Hi friends, welcome to our channel Success in NEET. I hope all are doing well. Today we are going to see the formula sheet for the lesson current electricity. Okay, so the first formula is I is equal to Q by T. Okay, so here Q is nothing but charge, and this can be, otherwise this can be called as IT. Okay, this Q is equal to IT. This is the first formula, and the second formula is electric potential is equal to work done upon charge, and you can also write it as W, work done, is equal to VQ, or else in many questions they will ask you to find out the work done based on the potential difference. Okay, so based on this you can say that in equipotential surfaces work done is 0 because there is no change in potential difference, so there is no potential difference, so there is no work done. So based on this many questions are asked. Okay, so the next question is, so the next one is Ohm's law. Ohm's law. Ohm's law is nothing but V is equal to IR. So by using this formula we can get I is equal to V by R, or else if you want to find out R, you can get V by I. Okay, any formula you can get from this. So the next topic is current density, but in generally density means anything upon volume is considered as current density, but here we are considering current upon area as current density. Why we are considering current upon area, not volume, means because our electrons are rotating on the outer surface only, outer surface, valence electrons. Okay, they are not in the inner, they are in the inner part, but mainly we are considering the outer electrons, so only we are considering the surface area, not the volume. Okay, so this part is current density, remember, and this is denoted as J. Okay, and we can use another formula also, NEVD. VD is nothing but drift velocity. Okay, and this drift velocity formula for this drift velocity is minus E. This E is nothing but charge of electron, and this E is the electric field upon M. Okay, this is mass of electron, and this is time. Okay, this is time period. So how do we get the formula? I just want to tell you that. So we can say that F is equal to EQ. Q is nothing but the charge. So this, instead of using Q, we can use the charge of electron E, and for F we can use MA. For A I am using VD upon time. Okay, and by using this, VD is equal to minus E and divided upon M into T. Okay, so we are getting this formula. Okay, and the negative sign implies that the particle is moving against the direction of electric field. Okay, and by using this formula we can also derive the derivation. We can also derive the formula for I, that is equal to NEVD into A. Okay, so remember this formula. This A is go to this side. Okay, and next we will see the formula for mobility. This is nothing but this is the formula for mobility, and by using this mobility formula and drift velocity formula, we can derive one relation between mobility and drift velocity, that is VD is equal to minus mu into E. Okay, this is the relation between mobility and drift velocity. And I want to tell you something about sigma. Sigma is nothing but conductivity. Okay, this is reciprocal of resistivity. Okay, so there is one formula relating this conductivity with current density, that is current density is equal to sigma into electric field. Okay, try to remember the formula. And there is one formula for resistivity. This is the formula for resistivity, and you have another relation that E is equal to J rho. Okay, this is relating with current density with R. So this is the relation with current density and our conductivity. This is the relation with current density and our resistivity. Okay, so try to relate these two. Okay, so there is one trick for the color code. They will give you the color code in color code resistance, and they find you to determine how much resistance they have. Okay, so for this I have one trick, that is BB Roy got beautiful and very good wife. So only these things are very confusing, that this V is for black and this is for brown and this V is for blue, and this R represent red, this is orange, this is yellow, and this is green, and this G is for gray, and this is for blue, I told already, this is for violet, and this is for white. Okay, and of course they will ask you to find out the tolerance also, and if you give the color gold, then it indicates the tolerance G, and if you give the color silver, then it is 10. If they give no color, then it means it is 20. Okay, next we will see about Kirchhoff laws. Okay, there is two rules. First rule is nothing but it is junction rule. So that it means that for a particular node, if you consider a particular node, the current entering and removing. So when you add all the current entering a node is going to be 0. Okay. So if 2 will enter, then 2 will exit the node. Okay. This is the node, 2 will enter and 2 will exit. So the total current in the particular node is going to be 0. This is the Kirchhoff first law. This is otherwise known as junction law, and Kirchhoff's second law is nothing but this is loop law. Okay, so that means the same here current, but here it is going to be voltage. Okay, this is going to be 0. What does it mean? If we consider a particular circuit, many circuit questions are based on this two law only. So if you consider a particular loop, so then the voltage, total voltage in the loop is going to be 0. Okay, and this is a diagram for Wheatstone bridge. There is one famous relation here, that is R1 upon R2 is equal to R3 upon R4. This is the main relation we are using for Wheatstone bridge related questions. Okay, so the next one is if we have multiple resistance and they are added in series, then the equivalent resistance is going to be, we have to simply add that is enough, that is R1 plus R2 upon R3. Okay, plus R3. If we have a parallel connection, that if we have a connection like this is going to be the parallel connection, and for this your equivalent resistance is going to be, okay, this is the formula for this. And here one thing I want to tell you, that for a series connection I have the current same, that is current passing through all the resistor is going to be the same, and here voltage is going to be V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, but here the voltage is going to be same because in parallel connection. So here I have the voltage, and this is and this voltage is same for all this. Okay, so but your I1 here voltage is going to be same, but your current will vary, I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay, so this is going to be the current on the battery. Okay, and we have to how do we have to convert a galvanometer into ammeter? Okay, so we don't need to do a lot of things. We have to convert this by adding shunt. Okay, shunt resistance in a parallel connection. We have to add this shunt resistance in a parallel connection with the galvanometer. Okay, so here we have the formula. So if in case of parallel connection, we have the voltage same for all these. Okay, I told you, and this voltage is also equal to this voltage. What does it mean? Voltage is nothing but IR. So this IG, and here your resistance is going to be G. I am mentioning as G. Okay, I am indicating this, and here I am so this is the normal I values, and this I will be vary for parallel connection. So this is here it goes I, and the remaining I minus I. This is the total I, and we are subtracting this IG value. Okay, so here I have this IR. This R is nothing but shunt resistance. Okay, so we are adding shunt resistance in a parallel connection, then we are getting ammeter. But this ammeter should be connected in a circuit with a series connection. Try to remember. Okay, we are adding shunt resistance in a parallel connection, but generally ammeter should be connected in a circuit series. Okay, series. So if we want to convert this into voltmeter, we have to add one resistance. Okay, here I am mentioning as R. Okay, we have to add one resistor in series connection. If we have the series connection, there your current is going to be same here. So the same current is here, so we don't need to differentiate. So this is going to be V is equal to so this circuit volt is going to be potential is going to be V is equal to I into R. For this R I am adding this. Okay, equivalent resistance is going to be just adding the resistance. That is enough. Okay, this is the equation for if we want to convert this into voltmeter. And these two, based on this, many questions are asked. So try to remember this concept. And next we will see about the effect of temperature on resistivity and resistance. This is the formula. This is the initial resistance, but when we increase the temperature, when we increase the temperature, it will increases our resistivity also. So this is the formula, and this is the formula, and this alpha is nothing but coefficient of resistance. Okay, same formula used here also. And next we will see about the formula for power, that is V into I. And for instead of using V, we are using IR, and this is I, and this is going to be I square R. And if you want this formula in terms of voltage, then you have to replace this I with V by R. So this is going to be V into V by R. So this is V square by R. So here I want to tell you that how this formula arises. In generally, we know that power is nothing but work done upon time. For work done, I told you already that we can use VQ upon T, and this Q upon T is nothing but I. Okay. So this is how this formula comes. Okay. So the next formula is heating. Heating effect, H is equal to power into time. If you want in terms of I, you can use the power formula as I square or T. Or if you want in terms of V, you can use P is equal to V square by R into T. So I have covered all formulas. Okay. So try to revise this. Once you complete this video, you will try some questions. It will be very useful. Okay. If you find this video useful, please hit the like button. Thanks for watching.